Hey folks, so in the last update that just came out a couple days ago, DJI introduced cruise control for the Mavic 3. I've been using it, checking out, and it's actually a really nice feature. It's actually not gimmicky at all. I think it's going to be very useful for creating some really good cinematic scenes, and just overall just going to be fun to use. So today I'm just going to talk through some of the features of it and how to turn it on, turn it off, different flight modes that you can do, and different stick inputs, that sort of thing. So anyway, let's get this guy up into there and check it out. All right, first of all, let's go into settings and get this guy set up. I've already got mine set up, but I want to talk through it. So we're going to go to button, we're going to go to control, and then button customization. And what you're going to want to do is set this up into your C1, C2, or C3 button. When I first set it up, I had it set up on the C2 button, and I realized that, at least for me, controlling the right stick and then setting pushing the C2 button, which is the one that is, if I can show it here, is the one on the right hand side as you're looking at the controller. For me anyway, it was just a little bit awkward, so I decided to set the cruise control to the C1 button, which is over on the, of course, on the left hand side. For me that works a little bit better, but either way you can try it out, and I just want to see if it's even available on the C3 button. Yes, so it's under control and then cruise control on the C3 button. So that's an option. I don't really recommend that, but you know, it's worth trying out. So I got mine set up to the C1 button. Let's climb up a little higher here, and my backyard here basically overlooks this small lake, so I'm going to try to stay over the lake for the most part. All right, let's get a little bit of forward momentum going here, around 15 miles an hour or so, and I will just pop that C1 button, and that's going to enable the cruise control. And you can see on the lower left down there the yellow indication, the vertical and horizontal miles an hour is set. So now what I can do is actually take the left stick, and I can pan any way I want to. So I'll pan left a little bit. As soon as I let off, it's going to maintain that direction, but it's going to keep the forward speed going. And I can pan to the right, same thing. A little sharper there. Get over here, there we go. Now the other thing I can do, if I want to increase the speed, I just increase my forward speed. Whatever I get to the desired speed, then I can just pop that C1 button again, and it's going to cruise speed updated, so it's going to update the speed. So that's a nice feature. And then if I just want to speed up temporarily, I can do that as well. I speed up to 30 miles an hour or so, and then just let off the stick, and it's going to come back down to the speed that I had set. Really nice, really nice. And again, I can turn here. Another feature you can do is vertical speed. So I'm just going to send a slight descent, and I'm going to pop that C1 button again. Cruise speed updated, so it's maintaining my forward speed that I had set before, but now I've got just a little bit of a descent going. I guess you'd have to be careful with that. You don't want to keep that going too long. So I'm going to go back the other way actually. Let's climb. Now I've got it in a climb. I didn't do anything to my forward speed, but now I'm climbing, and I set that, updated the cruise control, so now it's climbing and maintaining that forward speed. Stay over the lake again. Max altitude reached. So once the max altitude is reached, then it's going to, of course, stop climbing. Now I've had it playing with it earlier where it actually disabled the cruise control once the max altitude was reached, but I've noticed it seems like it's not consistent for whatever reason. I don't know. However, let me slow this down a little bit now. All right, now we'll go a little faster. Let's set it up to maybe 5 miles an hour, thereabouts. And I can also set in just a little bit of a yaw and Now, it's going to maintain that yaw and the forward speed at the same time. Let me go back the other way, a little bit faster. So it should maintain that forward speed and the yaw at the same time without me having to touch the controls. So you actually can use a hybrid, I guess you would call it, of control inputs, and whatever you have set, it's going to maintain that. Really nice feature. Alright, I'm going to cancel that. I canceled that by pressing the C1 button again. A couple ways you can cancel it actually. Let me just get it going here again. Alright, now another way you can cancel it is by pressing the cruise control disabled, or by pressing the on the screen, and that's going to give you that prompt that cruise control has been disabled. And the third way you can cancel it manually is by pressing the pause button. There we go. Aircraft braking, cruise control disabled. So you can basically disable it in those three ways. So a really nice feature. I'm really happy to see this. I think it's something that I'll be using quite a bit for sure. All right, and there we have it. That was an automatic landing. I actually like using that quite a bit, but pretty good landing if I say so myself. And anyway, I hope that was helpful. And if I missed anything, feel free to stick them down in the comments. And if this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, and appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Helps the channel quite a bit. I really appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in.